Most people believe that they should have started their blog yesterday, or a year ago, or a month ago, or 6 months ago, or 10 years ago, or just yesterday. But they don't have the faith that you can start your blog today and that there's a tremendous value in saying yes to today. There's some ways in which you can just jump right in and get going on your blog. And this will calm down all the thinking that you might have of, shouldn't I have started it already? Aren't I late to the game? No, you're not. Today's a new day. Let's start your blog today. I'm Coach Debby. I'm with Story U Talk Radio, and I come here to offer you teachings about storytelling, writing, blogging. I come to you to show you my office hours and behind the scenes. Stick with me if you're writing and you just need a little support. When it comes to blogging, if you can think about the idea that there's something you know a lot about, it could be anything. I mean, it could really be anything. Maybe you're a mechanic, maybe you're a cook, maybe you're someone that just absolutely loves to travel. But there's something you know a fair bit about because you've been doing it. Maybe it's parenting, you know? Maybe it's something you just sort of stumbled into, decided to have a family. There was no rule book really on how do we have a family, but you did your darndest and you sure learned a lot about it. It could be anything. But when you think about it, a blog is letting you, as the writer, have something really important. It's something we all need. And you know what it is? I mean, just take a minute. What is something we all need that a blog would give you? It's going to give it to your readers too. But that's connection. When you write about something that you know a good bit about, and people start to see, oh, you're writing. I'm going to come back and see what you got next week and the week after. When you do that, you're making connections with other people that have that sort of interest as well, or that have a need. They really need someone like you to be speaking up on that topic. I mean, we can have fun blogs. I love the idea of cooking and recipes, but there are people that have deep needs and they go to blogs to see what is being said about this. Not long ago, I started following a blog that was written for people that were giving care to cancer patients. It fit me. I was giving care to a cancer patient who I love dearly. And there were things coming up in the home that I didn't really understand, things in our relationship. And I just wanted to be really mindful. I typed in a question to Google, and up came this wonderful blog that I followed for several months. I felt connected. And I am sure that the writer of the blog knew they would form connections by creating the blog. Me, as a reader, I felt connected to my sanity again, to I kind of stopped second guessing myself because sometimes when we're searching out a blog that will give us advice on a life situation, and sometimes a life situation we wouldn't have chosen. You know, we would never choose for our loved ones to go through cancer. But we've signed on. We've signed on to a certain role. I signed on to the role of caregiving. It was something my heart wanted to do. Sometimes the heart needs a place to go and get some advice, learn about someone's experience. Now, you might be thinking, I don't know if I'm in the position to give advice. But what if you're just sharing your story? What if you're making the decision that whatever you've been through is going to help others? It's going to allow your words to connect with the heart of someone else. They need to know. Maybe you're someone that started a blog on how to build a house from ground up. Maybe you know that. Maybe that's your skill. Maybe you have a business that does that. Do you know how many people would love to follow you? Now, there are plenty of people that won't, but don't forget how many people there are in the world, right? 7 or 8 billion people in the world. Billion people in the world. We have all kinds of interests. And even if you don't relate to the idea that you're really an expert in your area, if that just sounds too big, what if you related to the idea that you have plenty of experience? What if you related to the idea that you really want to explore your topic even more? And if you were to offer a blog, it would sort of force you to look things up that are latest and greatest about your topic and ask, does this fit in with my blog? Will this serve the people I want to talk to? If so, that exploring will help your confidence. People, in the end, you know what they want? They want your story. They want to connect with you and your story because inside of them, sometimes, especially if it's something big and difficult to manage, any of us that are reading a blog, any of us will think, I'm the only person who's ever gone through this. And then we stumble on a blog, we start reading, and we go, wow, this writer of the blog is just like me in many ways. This writer is just like me. You want to offer that to your readers, and you offer it by telling your story. Now, keep this in mind. You don't have to tell them everything. You don't have to tell them every last gory little detail. Think of how funny you have been in situations where you were telling stories, or think of how approachable you were in other situations where you were telling stories. Think of how you got recommended or referred because you were telling your stories. Storytelling can be like this natural thing that we do, but we do it for others as much as we do it for ourselves. Storytelling allows you to have connection. And when you're blogging, you're connecting. Your readers are connecting with you. You are connecting deeper to yourself so that you can continue to let those words flow from you. I would really encourage you, if you've been thinking, I want to start a blog, I want to get that going, and you can get yourself into that energy of, yeah, I want to do this. You'll find that those thoughts of, I should have started it 6 months ago or a year ago, or it's too late to start it now. When you're excited about starting it, those thoughts of the timeline fall away. So, what if you found yourself in that excitement of today's the day? Today's the day, and I'm going to get started. Today, I will start, and every week for, 12 weeks, I'll put up a new post. What if you just gave yourself 12 little goals for 12 weeks? That's 90 days. 12 weeks. I'll add to my topic. And really, I mean, if you can keep it to one big topic, you'll do better. If you can think, I can write on health. I mean, health is a huge topic. Now, your mind might come in and say, I don't know if I can write everything on health, but you don't have to. So, what's that one area on health that you might feel more comfortable with? Well, maybe you're the person who I've been following on this cancer blog. You could be writing a blog about how to be an excellent caretaker for a cancer patient. And if that's you, well, you know right away you've got 12 things you could share about. Easy, easy, because you've been doing it, right? If you've been doing it, you can talk about it. I want you to think about it. What would be something you could write a blog about? And it would just allow you to connect to others. It would allow you to feel connected to yourself. Would allow you to put your words out into the world, your stories out into the world. If you want to learn more about writing those stories or monetizing it, I can help you. And below you can find links that will allow us to connect. But I want you to start, really just start with, what is it that I could offer others? What's that one big overarching topic that I could find myself in? If you want, you could then make it a less less of an overarching topic. You could take it from health, really big, to caring for a cancer patient. Specific. It's specific, but there's a lot of things in that topic you could talk about. You could start with health, and if it fits you, you could bring it into new Pilates. I don't know. I'm just trying to make something up here. New students in Pilates. Maybe that's you. Maybe that was you. And now, as a Pilates teacher, you can share on that. Maybe it's travel. Maybe you love, oh, that big overarching topic is travel. But maybe your mind comes in and says, but I haven't been to every country. I mean, mostly I've traveled South America. There you go. Traveling in South America. Talk about it. Just commit. What would it hurt if you just wrote 12 blog posts, one out there each week? Link to your website, link to your YouTube channel. The sky's really the limit on what you can do with it. But when you start blogging, you start connecting. When you're connecting, you're doing something of real purpose. It suits you, it suits your reader. It allows you to tell your story. And honestly, if you ask me, and of course I'm a teacher of storytelling, I really believe when we're telling our stories, we're winning, we're thriving, we're in our best life. I'd love to have more conversations with you. I'm Coach Debby with Story U Talk Radio. My friends, keep writing.